What's up, guys? How you doing today? This is Chris Malhoit coming to you with some more tips to build your businesses. I'm here to help you. So let's get to it. So what we're talking about today is three-way calls, Zoom calls, basically edification of another person and why you want to do that stuff. So when I started my business, it was back in 2012. So we're talking quite a few years ago. And I actually had to switch to a new cell phone because I couldn't do three-way phone calls on my cell phone at the time. And now we're doing everything all over Zoom. So we're not even, except for the rare occasion, I'm not even really using a three-way, phone call, actual phone calls really that much anymore, because it's so much more powerful when you can go face-to-face with people, especially in the pandemic age where nobody can go anywhere. So it gives you the ability to actually connect better with people. So what's the deal? Three-way phone calls, a lot of people that, I get started in the business, they hate it, they're terrified, they think it sucks, they don't want to do it. Well, I've been doing this for almost 9 years now, and I still do three-way calls with all of my prospects, all of my new people. Even if it's not to answer any questions, it's just to make the connection and introduce them to some people that they might be working with. So basically, when you're looking at this, there's a learning curve to network marketing, just like there's a learning curve to every business. But in most businesses, you're going to school for that and you're paying out money and you're not making any money, or you're apprenticing for free, or you're apprenticing, paid apprenticing. With network marketing, what's really powerful about this business opportunity is you can get started day one. As soon as you sign up and you get your ID number, you can start making phone calls and introducing this to people. Now, if you had to know even the basics of everything to be able to answer questions when you're put on the spot, which even if you think you might know the basics when you're put on the spot and you're brand new, it's not quite as easy as it sounds. It would take you weeks to months to years to learn everything that you need to learn to be able to answer these prospects' questions appropriately when they're asking you. Now, that would mean that you have to put your business on hold for the first 3 weeks, the first 3 months, however long that may be, when you could be out there earning money. So we use the power of third-party validation to help with that. So you can bring somebody like myself onto a phone call with you and your friend, you and your prospects, and you can have me answer some of their questions. Now, when I'm going over this with some people that I'm talking to, one-on-one prospects of mine, people that are interested in learning more about the business opportunity that I'm working in, I actually let them know, hey, I've been doing this for quite a while, but I like to show people the same way, and I like them to have the experience of being on a three-way call so they understand how it works. Because if you think about it, you really only get one opportunity to be that new person on a third-party phone call when you're being introduced to the opportunity, right? If you don't get it done in the very beginning, then it's not quite the same. So I like to bring people towards that just for that reason, so they understand, because this is a monkey see, monkey do business. As soon as they get started, they're going to go out and start doing exactly what you did to get them into the business, to get them, to get connected with them, whether it be, going out and networking on Facebook or LinkedIn or all these different things, or meeting them at the grocery store, whatever it may be. Most of the time, they're going to go out and start duplicating exactly what you did, whether it be right or whether it be wrong. So I like to show them the right way, even though I take three-way phone calls and I help my team constantly with, things like this. I show them how the system works. So I bring in a third party to help with that situation. Now, there's 2, maybe 3 really important things that you need to know while you're setting up this call. First off, you get a hard appointment. So you either let the person know, you talk to them initially, you see, how open they are to even learning about something new, and then you set an appointment and you show them a little bit of information at this next appointment. That's when you would have your third party kind of queued up, right? So what I actually like to do is I let them know, hey, when we get back together, what we're going to do is we're going to go over, I'm going to shoot you a quick video that you can watch, and I'm going to give you a call right afterwards, or we're going to hop on a Zoom right afterwards. And I want you to know I'm actually going to be bringing in one of my business partners to help chat with you. And there's 2 reasons for that. I want you to see how you could build this if you were interested. I also want you to see the caliber of some of the people that we're working with. I'm working with absolutely incredible people So I want them to meet these people. I want them to have a connection with them so they can actually utilize their support as well, not just me doing everything. It's the power of the team that makes this business so possible, that you're not running around like a chicken with your head cut off all the time because you've got 2 million things to do and not enough time to do it. That's why we start network marketing businesses, to get out of that situation. That's the traditional business where you're trying to be a specialist and do everything yourself. So first is set an appointment, line up a third party for that. Now, when you're talking to your friend, your upline, your support, whoever, before this call happens, make sure you let them know how much time that you set aside to have this phone call. So if you're talking to Jim and Jim told you he's got 20 minutes, make sure that your upline knows that you have 20 minutes and that is it. Or if it's 10 minutes, let them know 10 minutes, that's it. A three-way phone call or a three-way Zoom for a first introduction should really never go over 30 minutes. If it goes over 30 minutes, they might have lots of great questions. The problem with that is now they're going to be thinking in the back of their head, how many of these things can I do in a week? I just did an hour-and-a-half phone call with this guy and it was great, but I don't have enough time to do that. So you should really make sure that you cap it to a certain amount. I would say a half an hour is really the max of where you should go with something like that. But it's also really important to let the person that is going to be your edification, your third-party support, know how much time you have and how much time you set aside for this person and this phone call. Because otherwise, they could get off track, they could start rambling, and then before you know it, 45 minutes to an hour has gone by, and you could have done this in 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So the second thing is making sure you have a concrete understanding of how much time there is. And then the third thing, this is the most important part of all, is that you need to edify both parties. Now, what do I mean by edify? When you introduce a friend to a friend, you say a couple nice things about your friend. Hey, Jim, this is Steve. He's one of my good buddies from way back in the day. We used to have so much fun together. We used to do a lot of skiing. He's a great guy. Always got his heart on his sleeve. You know, whatever you're saying about your friend, you want to do that with your upline too. You want to do this. First of all, you know, pick out 2 or 3 nice things that you can say about them and what they've been able to do with either helping you with your business and growing your business, or things that you've noticed about them and their character that's really important. So that's going to do 2 things. It's going to, first of all, let your guest know who they're talking to. They're going to be looking at them at a higher level. They're going to think more of them than if you don't edify them at all. They can be like, who is this guy? But if you're like, yo, this is one of the top guys in the company. He's been doing this for 10 years. He's got a multi-million-dollar business and he helps hundreds of people grow this and has been really successful. I really am super excited to get you connected with Dr. Nettles here to talk for a few minutes. And then after you edify your advisor, you turn around and you edify the guest. This is also incredibly important because it's going to let, first off, your advisor know a little bit more about who you're talking to, the things that maybe they like, the things that are really important to them. You know, he's a great family man, or, you know, whatever these things that you have, it's all going to be different for each person. But it's also going to make your guest feel really good. It's always great to hear somebody saying nice things about you. So it's really important that you keep that in mind. You edify not only your advisor, but then you turn around and say, hey, Steve, thanks so much for taking the call. And let me just introduce you. This is my friend, Jim. Jim is awesome. I've been working with Jim at the restaurant for 2 or 3 years. He is just one of the best servers that we have there. He's so great with people. He has an incredible family and is just super active, loves the outdoors. So I'm really excited to get the 2 of you guys connected. I'm actually going to sit here, put myself on mute, and I'm going to let you run with the conversation for a few minutes. Thank you guys both so much. Jim, this is Steve. Steve, this is Jim. Go right ahead. And then when you do that, you put yourself on mute and you do not, for any reason, pretty much any reason at all, you do not unmute yourself unless you are asked to unmute yourself. Don't cut in and correct your advisor on a stat that maybe they got wrong, or don't cut in and say, hey, could you let Steve know a little bit more about the compensation plan or the science or the studies. Don't cut in and say anything like that, because there's a good chance that your support team was gonna get to that in just a couple of minutes. And when you do that, you're taking all the credibility away from your support team. It just kind of ruins everything. it might not just fall apart right there, but now the guest is just not seeing them at the same level, because why would this new person have to cut in and cut them off to tell them about this other thing, right? So just don't interrupt. Wait until you are spoken to, essentially. You'll know when they're bringing you back on the call because they will say something, in that sense, right? So I hope that was helpful for you guys today. Third-party validation is just such an important part of your business because it enables people that are brand new, that really have no clue what they're doing, like I was way back in the beginning, 9 years ago. I had no clue what was going on. I was a bartender trying to learn about a new wellness product with tons of science behind it that was way over my head. And if I didn't have the support of the people in my upline who had been doing it longer, who knew the answers to these questions, I would have been DOA, dead on arrival. I would have gone nowhere with my business. But instead, I was able to utilize their support and then start to fill in. It was really nerve-wracking when I had to take my first three-way phone call, but now it's just super easy and it's super casual. So it just should be a casual conversation, a little Q&A, a little checking in with them and learn a little bit more about them, make them feel good. But because of that, I've now been able to grow a business because of the help of my support team that's doing close to $2 million a year in sales. And I had really no clue what was going on in the beginning. And a lot of that success came from the support they gave me way back in the very beginning. So hopefully that was helpful for you guys today. Stay tuned for more helpful tips to grow your network marketing business, to learn about online attraction marketing, and also how you can put together some funnels to start growing your business through ads. All these different things that I'm going to be talking about on this channel. It's going to be really great. If you're still here, don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and if you have any questions or anything you'd like to ask for me to do a video on, toss it in the comments below. I'm definitely looking for ideas. I'd love to help you out. And you can also connect with me. There's also a link below to get onto my blog and connect with me if you'd like to learn a little bit more about what I do, or if you'd like to learn more about how I can help you grow your business in the company that you're in. All right. So thanks, guys. Have a great day. Peace. And I will talk to you soon.